What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Did you just click your tongue? And do you really need to be that cautious?
I'll be keeping a close watch.
Yes.
For some reason, it felt like arguing wouldn't end well. I figured it was better to let Seal-san do as it pleased, so I decided to change the subject.
So, now that you mention merging with Chronoa, does that mean Chloe can't return to her child form anymore?
Oh, I can still do that.
She could shift her appearance at will, from a child to an elderly woman. Whether that made sense or not, I was relieved that she wouldn't end up scaring Kenya and the others.
Alright, I'm going to release the time stop.
It seemed that Chloe had taken over Michael's control of time and could now manipulate it effortlessly, as naturally as breathing. It was astounding to think how much stronger she had become. Even without the aid of Amanas, she appeared to have mastered her powers completely. At the very least, I didn't need to be told that she was far more adept than me, who relied heavily on Seal-san. Okay, enough admiration.
Before that, just one thing. I think, probably after this.
Yeah, I understand. The power I absorbed was likely less than anticipated.
Got it, then leave the rest to me. You should take it easy and get some rest.
And so, I firmly advised Chloe to take it easy. Even though she seemed fine, evolving so rapidly couldn't have been without consequences. I needed to make sure she got proper rest, whether she agreed or not.
I'm glad you're worried about me.
I'm not falling for that.
No matter how sweetly she smiled at me, I'm not like Leon. It was time for me to show my maturity.
Alright, I'll stay quiet for a while. So, make sure you don't lose, okay?
Of course. Thanks to you, Chloe, I understand the concept of time.
That's right.
I promised Chloe that I would win. Well, even if I didn't, I wouldn't admit it, so it wouldn't be a lie. And with that, Chloe released the time stop, and the world resumed its movement once more. I was frozen in time while facing Michael, but for those who couldn't perceive the time stop, it must have looked like Michael vanished and Chloe appeared out of nowhere. Specifically, Soy quickly reached out to me via telepathy net.
Rimuru-sama, I'm sorry. I lost track of the enemy.
It's fine, but stay hidden for now.
Understood.
That was all Soy needed to hear. He's incredibly sharp, so being brief was all that was required. Then, I decided to act nonchalant.
Oh hey, Chloe, thanks for rescuing me. He almost had me.
Rimuru-san, you're not exactly convincing, you know?
Shut it. I'm too honest to be good at lying or fooling anyone.
That's enough. No more tricks. Chloe, you should head back and rest.
Okay. I'll leave it to you, then.
After that, Chloe kept her word and returned to Tempest. From now on, she would be resting in her room in the labyrinth, recovering from the effects of her rapid evolution. Then, I smirked at the empty space around me.
Come out, you're hiding there, aren't you?
I thought my presence was perfectly concealed. How did you notice?
If he was asking for my reason, I'd have to say it was pretty obvious. In my case, it was just a gut feeling. Everyone knows that the moment you think you've won is when you're most vulnerable. So, I figured a parallel existence must be lurking somewhere during the battle. It's exactly what I would have done. Unlike Velgrand and Soy, I can't split my consciousness, so I can't pull off that kind of trick, but if I could, I'd definitely use it. I was certain Michael would have set something like that up. When I tried to warn Chloe about it, she mentioned that Michael was indeed using parallel existence. It was a part of Michael that Chloe had absorbed. She received all the information on Justice King Michael, and by taking it in, she uncovered Michael's plan. I was planning to let Michael surprise me, but I decided it wasn't worth the trouble. I figured I should just take him down directly and put an end to his foolish ambitions.
I see. Just because you've read my thoughts doesn't mean you've fully grasped my abilities. But even so,
Michael addressed me, a hint of surprise in his voice.
I didn't expect you to overcome my parallel existence.
Well, technically, it wasn't me, it was that girl.
Hero Chronoa. I underestimated her progress.
It's not Chronoa, it's Chloe. But you're done here anyway, so no need to worry about the details.
I said this as I casually stretched my body. It had been a while since I fought at full strength. Just to be sure, I went through some warm-up exercises.
Ridiculous. You dare challenge me when you've just been hiding behind the hero?
That's one way to look at it. But you know, Chloe was my student. If I don't show her some authority as a teacher, I'll lose my respect, right?
I replied, but Michael simply stared at me coldly, expressionless. The look on his face made it clear he didn't get what I was saying. Well, to someone who could stop time, I probably seemed insignificant. But that was before.
Demon Lord Rimuru, you've forgotten. I taught you that you were an obstacle, not an enemy. You should take the hint and leave this world before it's too late.
Are you implying I should die? Yeah, that's not happening.
Don't tell me what to do. If you want me gone, come and get me.
The moment I said that, time froze. Michael's sword came rushing at me, his face full of confidence. But surprise. I had mastered this suspended world too. Even in this silent realm, I could hear the sharp clashing of our swords.
This can't be. You?
I've figured out how to move in a suspended world.
I shouted, facing Michael with a newfound determination. I now saw Michael as a true enemy. And it was the same for him. He recognized me as an adversary to be defeated, and his arrogant demeanor vanished. And so, this time, we truly faced each other with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Valgrind found herself in a precarious situation. She had vowed to protect Masayuki at all costs, but Feldway was far too cunning to let that happen easily.
You have underestimated me, haven't you, Valgrind? Do you really think you can take me on with just one hand?
Yes. Unlike you, wait, what's that presence?
Up until now, Feldway had been on the defensive, but he suddenly revealed the power he had been holding back. It was just as strong as Valgrind's, no, perhaps even stronger.
You probably assumed that having parallel existence gave you an edge, but guess what? I can use it too. If you're planning to go help Masayuki, I will do everything I can to stop you.
You still have that revolting attitude. I can't stand you.
Is that so? What a pity.
Valgrind scowled at Feldway's nonchalant response. In ancient times, Feldway had served as a lieutenant under her brother Veldanava, and he had been just as much of a nuisance back then. The memory only fueled Valgrind's irritation. And the current situation wasn't any better. Valgrind was struggling just to keep up with Feldway, and Testarossa, her most dependable ally, was locked in battle with Vega. This left them short on allies to take on the 4 evil dragon spawns.
I must have underestimated Feldway. Was it a mistake to leave those 3 out of this? No, without them, it would have been impossible to maintain the material area.
Without minutes, Bernie and Jiwoo, the strength of the material area would have been compromised. If that happened, there would be no stopping Vega from digging into the ground and draining the energy from the evacuated citizens of the royal capital. So Valgrind's orders weren't wrong, but she couldn't shake the worry that she might have made the wrong call, especially since Masayuki was her priority. The only ones left to protect Masayuki were Mas, Testarossa's confidant, and the saint, Hinata. She doubted they could fend off the 4 evil dragon spawns, which only added to her anxiety.
By the way, handling 3 of them at once, that's beyond you.
I appreciate the honesty, but could you stop looking at me like you're disappointed? I'm doing the best I can.
Hearing the exchange between Hinata and Mas only heightened her concern. Each of them was holding back 2 of the evil dragon spawns, but that was all they could manage. It didn't seem likely they could defeat them. Honestly, they were doing well just to keep up. The lack of experience fighting these creatures and their sheer power disparity made it a tough battle. Expecting more would be unreasonable. The same went for Testarossa.
The material area is finally complete.
So what?
It means I can now destroy you without holding back.
Testarossa's words sounded confident as she launched her attack. But Vega's near indestructibility made the fight much harder than expected. Testarossa's skill level was unmatched, and despite Vega's far superior existence value, he wasn't an unbeatable foe. Yet, Vega had evolved during the battle, consuming Arios and gaining his power. Then, things took a turn for the worse. Unbeknownst to Testarossa and the others, Michael had activated his time stop. Only Valgrind and Testarossa noticed the strange feeling that followed. Both immediately understood what had happened. By the time resumed, everything would be decided. Knowing this, they didn't panic, but there was still a brief moment of vulnerability. In normal circumstances, Masayuki's lucky field should have been enough to compensate for this. However, when she felt that strange sensation for the 4th time, something went wrong with Masayuki.
Huh?
Masayuki suddenly dropped to his knees. A wave of dizziness hit him, and at that moment, his power's effects vanished.
Masayuki?
Valgrind's voice was filled with concern.
You shouldn't have taken your eyes off me.
Vega capitalized on Testarossa's brief distraction and launched an attack. Hinata and Mas were also in dire straits. Their luck had run out just when they were already struggling. Masayuki's sudden collapse put them all in a critical situation. Then, the worst happened. Valgrind, momentarily focused on Masayuki, left herself open. Feldway wasn't about to let that slip by.
This is my victory,
Feldway declared, driving his sword into Valgrind's chest. Masayuki couldn't fully grasp what was unfolding before him. The woman who always faced danger with a fearless smile, exuding confidence and composure, was now on her knees, clutching her chest. This was something that shouldn't have happened. Feldway was an overwhelming force, far beyond anything he could handle, and with Grinsan down, the only logical option was to flee, but that didn't matter to him. Masayuki reassessed his emotions and looked again. He was filled with intense anger. From his head to his toes, a seething rage coursed through his body, threatening to explode.
You bastard, what do you think you're doing?
Masayuki's voice came out quieter than he expected, but it caught Feldway's attention.
You're the real one. But hold on. First, I will finish off Valgrind here once and for all.
He couldn't complete his sentence.
I asked you what the hell you're doing to my woman.
Before Feldway could react, Masayuki had moved with blinding speed and struck him in the side with his rapier. This weapon, crafted by Karabe, was designed for lightweight strength and was of unique grade quality. However, striking an opponent clad in mythical grade armor wasn't something one could do without consequence. The rapier shattered on impact. But Masayuki didn't care. Ignoring the stunned Feldway, who had taken a step back, he gently lifted Valgrind.
Masayuki?
You're safe now. Don't worry.
No, this can't be.
I'll handle the rest. You rest. Grin.
Tears welled up in Valgrind's eyes. That name was a special one, a nickname given by her beloved, known only to one person in the world.
Welcome back, Rudra.
Yeah, it's just for a short while, but I'm here.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Chris Guzman, Havox, Speed Saber, James Waters, Arijit Das, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Justa Guy, Misael W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Byron, Jarius Ladek, Alfonso Smith, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, John Charles, Godman Gaming, Akon Engok, Markithian Tidwell, Andre L. Hamilton, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L., Edgar Fuentes, JV, Dirty Old Hobo, Gonse Direco, Thomas, J., Christ, Juan Ignacio, Joshua Cousins, Jose Hernandez, Vethelny, Lunel Scarlett, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Destiny Smith, Panda Cats, Aaron Alarcon, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Luis Caro, Yuki Iki, Pedro Robles, Chris Jr., Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Coyote de Peza, Quilly Buckner, Zephyros, Alver, Normal Defate, Joshua Andrade, Jaya Keshav, L, Gary Miles, Nobody 0034, Dragon Spawn 666, J Rule, Sayonori, Alfredo Renteria, Liel Tiram, Liron Sangkap, Eric Tass, Christopher Mash, Echo Ski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Louis Strutter, Charles Bailey, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Nick H, Andre Hamilton, Jason Torres, Sesh, Guy Ansley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Von Joseph, Dariha Skerte, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Tank Bailey, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Fazli Topador, Nasir, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Ralph Ignacio, Karen, Mark Charlie Els, Hansel Ortega, Yellow Wally, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Jay Magsino, Recru17, Bismarck Munoz, Arayan Booker, Kamal Luke, Izat, Mr. Santo, Akshay Divate, M, Wei June. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.